Hey guys, it's Katie Kelly, and today we're going to be installing S&B's cold air intake on the 2015 Ford F-150 5.0. The 7550-83 fits years 15 to 17. First things first, remember to disconnect the negative terminal. And it's a good idea to put a glove over it so it doesn't come back in contact with the post. So next we're going to remove the stock air box, and we're going to do that by loosening up the clamp and removing the tube. Now just disconnect the latches, remove the lid and the air filter. I'm going to remove the plastic tubes going to the intake tube. For the first one, you're going to push in and pull out. And for the second one, you're going to lift the latch on the bottom and pull out. Now I'm just going to remove the 13mm bolt that secures the stock air box to the truck. But don't lose it, because remember, you will need it later. Next, we're going to remove the two push clips using a panel popper or a flathead screwdriver. So now we're going to remove the stock air box. Just wiggle and pull up. So we're going to loosen the clamp near the throttle body. And then we're going to go ahead and remove the stock intake tube. We're going to go ahead and remove the stock grommet and metal bushing from the stock air box. You can go ahead and use the 10mm socket that you used to remove the battery to push out the bushing to make it easier to remove the grommet. We're going to take the grommet that we removed from the stock air box and insert it into the S&B air box. Then after that, you're going to take the stock bushing and insert it from the inside. Next, we're going to install the cuff and the clamp onto the air box. Just remember to put the tab at the bottom and then tighten the clamp. So after you install the front inlet on the S&B air box, you're going to take the provided plastic push clips and you push them together like this and put them in all 4 of the holes. So now we're going to install the quick connect fittings onto the S&B intake tube. So you just want to tighten them until they're snug. You don't want to over tighten. So now that I've tightened until it's snug, you might notice that it doesn't go all the way down, and that's completely normal. Now we're going to install the S&B air box into the truck. So just remember to get the box prongs into the stock grommets. We're going to reinstall the bolt that I told you not to lose to secure the S&B air box to the vehicle. So you can use an extension to make it easier to tighten down. We're going to install the coupler onto the throttle body and then the other clamp. Don't tighten yet, we'll do that after we install the intake tube. Now we're just going to drop in the air filter and then get ready to insert the tube. To avoid damaging the filter, push it all the way back and push it down. Now we're going to install the S&B intake tube into the vehicle by going underneath the coolant line and inserting into the S&B air box. So I'm going to hold the tube while Brandon installs the filter. After installing the tube, just make sure that the stop bead is all the way up to the cuff and then tighten the clamp to the filter. Just install the intake tube onto the coupler that's on the throttle body and then tighten the clamps. Now we're just going to reinstall the tubes back to the quick connectors. Just give them a little tug to make sure that you got them on. Now we're going to insert the push pins into the front inlet to make sure it's secure. You want to make sure the bottom's all the way in first before you push in the top. Now it's time to remove the protective layer off your clear lid by pulling the film off on both sides. Don't forget to take off the excess film around the S&B logo. It's a little tedious, but it's worth it in the end. Next, we're going to install the lid seal onto the S&B clear lid. So now that you've got the lid seal on, it's time to put it onto the S&B air box. And don't forget to reconnect the negative terminal on the battery. S&B gives you a sticker with all of your intake's valuable information, so we just recommend that you put it on the frame close to your intake. S&B's cold air intake kit, part number 75-5083, flows 40% better over stock, with an efficiency rating of 99.24%. But you don't have to take my word for it. You can check out the full test results on our website, smbfilters.com.